Well, there are about 4,500 head of cattle in Plaquemines Parish. That's according to the LSU Ag Center's annual Ag Summary. At least 400 of those bulls, cows, and heifers graze on marshland you can only reach by boat. As This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Avery Davidson shows us, for the owner of those cattle, the oil spill could destroy his herd and part of his family's history.
A trip down Old Man River is just the daily commute for Philip Simmons.
Boys! Boys!
It's the only way he can get to these cattle.
I definitely don't want no oil in here if I can help it.
Simmons and his son have about 400 head of cattle spread over 8 miles of marshland between Buras and Empire.
Yeah, I remember.
He's spending about as much time on the phone as on his boat.
It's going to be a disaster if it comes in.
That's because friends and acquaintances are checking in with Simmons,
If that oil comes in here, we blow it up.
worried that millions of gallons of crude oil could wash into the wetlands where his cattle feed.
Oh, yeah, if that oil comes in, it's going to kill all the grass. Then they won't have no feed. Then I got to move them, and I got to haul them out by boat.
This is where Simmons would have to lead his cattle, down this homemade chute to the water where gators like this one occasionally make a meal of a calf.
That's the only way we can get them out is with a boat or a barge, you know, put them on there and move them. And that takes quite a while when you got that many cattle.
Simmons says that would probably destroy his way of life because he couldn't keep these cattle on the land that's been in his family for generations. Relatives still on this land, in body, if not in spirit.
Oh, yeah, it's my family, you know.
A quick look at this headstone tells you this cemetery has been here for quite a long time.
It's a real petrified tree.
Simmons says this used to be high ground until about 5 years ago, and that the people buried here had homes on this land. Now, the same hellish sludge from below that threatens the lives of Simmons' herd also threatens the eternal rest of the dead. In Plaquemines Parish, I'm Avery Davidson for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Simmons says he's already received calls from the Louisiana Cattlemen's Association and the stockyards in Lafourche Parish. He says they're offering to help him move his cattle if the oil begins to wash ashore on his land.